The causes and roots of failure in our life are well known. Today I want to tell you the most important and practical reasons, and you will understand how easy it is to understand and solve them. 1. Not having a goal in life can confuse us. We have to ask ourselves, do we have a purpose? Or do we have a goal, but because we didn't reach it, we constantly change it and write the goal differently? Research has shown that many people do not have a goal in life and have never thought about it. People without a purpose feel empty. There is not much chance of success for those who do not follow a specific goal in life. We should ask ourselves, if we have set a goal, have we made efforts to achieve it? Or are we captive to our excuses? And maybe we are waiting for a strong external motivation for it? Research has shown that 97% of people either do not have goals or do not have the right goals. Many define success as reaching the goal and failure as not reaching the goal. Have we ever written down our goals? Determining the purpose means knowing who you are, where you want to go, and how you want to do it. What criteria have you set for achieving the goal? Of course, some people have goals, but they start from the wrong place. Therefore, they do not reach the result. There are many ways to achieve the goal. You should not be disappointed by the first way being wrong and not reaching the goal, but you should also try other methods. Flexibility is the key to success. Success is a process, not just a goal. In the path of life, one should not be so caught up in reaching the goal that one does not enjoy the path. We often, without realizing it, do what is easier instead of what is more important. For example, many of us drop what we do to check our emails. To facilitate the situation, write down the goals you will face difficulty achieving and put them on your desk. For example, you can write these goals and put them next to your computer screen. Research has shown that these simple reminders can motivate you to take action without even realizing you've seen them. Make your goals visible. Some people write goals that are unattainable and too big. For this reason, despite many efforts, they do not reach it and feel a failure. Some have not determined their goal, but the goal has already been selected. People like fathers, mothers, wives, or others have chosen their goals. People who have not set any goals do not have any unique plans for their life and future and cannot make big changes in their lives. The fact is that most people do not know the purpose of their life. For this reason, their lives go by chance and accident, and they only achieve the things that happen to them, not the things they strive for. As a result, their life has no real meaning. 2. Feeling of worthlessness and lack of self-esteem. Childhood experiences play a unique and important role in shaping self-esteem. When we were growing up, our successes and failures and how our family treated us, teachers, coaches, religious authorities, and peers all played a role in building our self-esteem. Nothing can interfere with the ability to have a healthy relationship like a lack of self-esteem. If you don't believe you are good enough, how do you expect anyone else to accept you? Low self-esteem makes you repeatedly test your relationship or ruin it completely. The existence of self-esteem, which means self-respect, leads to the greatness of the personality. A person who respects his personality will undoubtedly buy the respect of others. But not having self-esteem has many negative consequences. Lack of self-esteem is one of the important factors of failure that can be rooted in childhood and upbringing. If we are constantly waiting for the approval of others, we are trapped in the sense of worthlessness. Suppose we continuously fear whether others will approve of our opinion or work or not. In that case, we have a lack of self-esteem. If we always want to do according to the wishes of others, we are suffering from worthlessness. Feelings of worthlessness can cause failure, and failure can also intensify feelings of worthlessness. A sense of worth means loving, respecting, and cherishing yourself. Low self-esteem makes you give up early or not use all your strength. People with high self-esteem show more resistance to the hardships of life and its problems and do not give up, and they are the exact opposite of those with low self-esteem. Self-esteem affects all dimensions and aspects of life, such as job, business, relationships with people, spouses, and others. People with low self-esteem are always hard on themselves. Sometimes they can't even accept the good things others say about them and think that people have bad intentions for these words. Some common signs of people with low self-esteem are not having confidence in their own choices, always overthinking, fearing challenges, and worrying that they won't be able to overcome them. They are hard on themselves, but they are kind to others. They are constantly anxious and overworked. Even some people may display false self-esteem and deceive others, but inside they feel inadequate and worthless. People with low self-esteem are more willing to fail, afraid of new challenges, and do not have enough confidence to use their talents. The higher the self-esteem, the stronger we become, and the better we deal with problems. With low self-esteem, the desire and hope for life decrease. With low self-esteem, we are more willing to prove ourselves. Know that if you do not love yourself, you cannot love others. 3. Fear of failure. Many people have a fear of losing or not gaining, and these fears cause anxiety and worry and lead them to failure. It is better to make a list of our fears and recognize them. What people fear, the same thing happens to them. If they are afraid of failure at the beginning of their work, they will fail. One of the obstacles to success is the fear of failure. Success is not achieved without loss. The path to reach it is a winding road with many failures. Still, you must continue your activity with follow-up and effort to achieve success. Accepting failure and taking risks is hard for many people. Most of them decide to stay on the safe side of their lives instead of trying and achieving success. Fear of failure will stop you from following your dreams. Most of us have wishes and goals to come true, such as starting a business, increasing our salary, furthering our education, getting married, and many other things. But we are always affected by fear of failure, success, and thousands of other worries, and our dreams remain just dreams, and we live in longing to achieve our dreams. When a person's death comes, he will regret the things he didn't do more than he will regret the things he did. The thought will not leave us, "I gave up on my dreams because of fear." Overcoming the fear of failure is essential to success. There is a possibility of failure on the way to success. Fear of failure is one of the reasons why many people stop following their dreams. How about you? 4. Neglect and loss of opportunity. Most of our time is spent missing opportunities and being busy with unnecessary things such as using cyberspace. These days, most people rush to the internet as soon as they wake up and start their day by reading different content on their internetwork. They forget that they are still alive and should be grateful. They never think that another wonderful day has been gifted to them. That this day can be full of opportunities. Human life is nothing but these moments. The correct use of these moments is the source of growth and getting away from mental injuries. 5. Disorder. Disorganization creates the potential for failure in us. People who are internally disturbed and have no control over their actions are disordered. One of the important principles of orderliness is that a person personally controls his actions and behavior and brings them under the order. An orderly person behaves wisely in different stages of his life and manages his behavior by evaluating and planning. One of the characteristics of regular people is their punctuality. Try to respect others as much as yourself. If you have to be at your school or university or work early in the morning, it is better to get up a little earlier. Time management creates order. To adjust your time, you must first know what you spend your time on. Remember that the most successful people are organized in their personal lives. Discipline and self-control are one of the most important factors in achieving success. 6. Laziness and procrastination. Although these two terms are not exactly synonymous and have separate definitions, both can cause failure. Laziness in any form is an undesirable and reprehensible behavior that gradually becomes a habit in human beings. When a person doesn't do anything even though capable and avoids trying, he is lazy. Such people avoid anything that requires effort and perseverance. Procrastination means not doing what we should do for any reason. Sometimes people with high academic and professional degrees who have been successful in various fields can also be lazy in some fields. For this reason, they get stuck in a situation. When we don't make something, our sense of self-satisfaction decreases, making us more afraid to do the work and continue working at other times. That task seems very big and impossible. Even sometimes, fear of failure causes procrastination, and this vicious cycle continues slowly. We are labeled as procrastinating and lazy in the eyes of others, which causes a decrease in self-esteem. 7. Repetitive patterns. Patterns formed in us since birth can cause us to fail. The patterns we have received from our parents, friends, or teachers over time have been institutionalized. We act on them unconsciously, and the set of these behaviors, beliefs, attitudes and our thinking model constitutes our paradigm. When our minds and belief are such that we don't deserve success, we automatically move toward failure. When the mental image is negative, the mind is drawn toward loss, and we see ourselves as failures from the inside. People who fail and fall one after another have a loser personality and are used to losing. Even if they have achieved high degrees, they think that success and prosperity will be achieved quickly or by chance. People who complain all the time expect others to do something for them to succeed. They repeat words like "I have no luck," "I don't have degrees," "I don't have friends and acquaintances." They constantly complain and have negative thinking, and with this thinking, they attract failure themselves. These wrong patterns are repeated throughout their lives. 8. Repeating mistakes and unnecessary commitments. Mistakes are a part of the process of life and cause growth. Most people make mistakes, but we should pay attention to the small and big mistakes and, most importantly, learn from them and try to make the same mistake less often. When we realize something is wrong, we don't commit and insist on continuing the path. Repeated mistakes without correction and compensation cause a decrease in self-esteem and lead to failure. 9. Not being responsible. We must take full responsibility for our life, failure, and success. Accept responsibility for our choices, decisions, feelings, and behaviors. Otherwise, not being responsible will set the stage for failure. 10. Not having life skills. The World Health Organization's 10 skills for all people are self-awareness, problem-solving skills, decision-making, effective communication, empathy, interpersonal relationships, emotion management, stress management, critical thinking, and creative thinking. We do not know these skills and have not tried to learn and teach them. And this is the factor that leads us to failure. 11. Negative perfectionism. We have negative perfectionism and obsessive thoughts if we look for everything right to achieve success in action. Some people expect everything to be perfect from the beginning and wait for the right time. Such people get stuck in a part of the work and do not progress. These people usually use all or nothing sentences. Perfectionism only causes wasted and unnecessary effort. Perfectionism is always associated with the fear of failure, which causes procrastination. In this case, even everyday tasks we expect to be done flawlessly become worrying and stressful. Perfectionists hold back when they have to start something because they know their ideas are not great and they probably won't get good results. But if they stop and don't give their thoughts time to grow and perfect, how can they create a wonderful work?